I think that we're doing a good job of staying resilient. If you guys watched the Pacers yesterday, resiliency is a big thing in the city of Indianapolis, and so I think that we focus on the next man up mentality. I think that we all are all in with one another, so it makes life a little easier. So when bad stuff do happen, it don't feel as bad.
What do you think of that game winner from Tyrese yesterday?
Oh man, I think it was the game winner was the game winner. You know who he is, but it just goes to show like it's not over until it's over, and he said that. And I think for us, as we get our season started, it's important for us to even know that like the Pacers are just a prime example. If we haven't had any example of like what it looks like to keep winning, to keep playing, to keep fighting through. And I think even though we've taken some L's early, I think that's our maturation right now. Keep fighting through, keep being resilient. I think it's more. I think keeping the main thing the main thing. I don't know. So many great teams started out bad, and there's no telling what can happen with us. It can either go, it can be worse. But I think for us, I think we got to stay where we at. And I think right now it's Chicago. Chicago's coming up with 2 really big wins for themselves, and so that momentum is the momentum we want to stop. And so we've been struggling a little bit trying to stay on the momentum path. And I think that it's a good test to see where we are mentally and physically. I don't know. I've always looked at the whole like it's a marathon, not a sprint thing for real. It's 40-something games, and I think that we have to give ourselves some grace about where our team is at. Not only do we have unbelievable talent, but with unbelievable talent comes with trying to figure out the X's and O's of it. You just don't throw people out there and expect miracles. Even Jokic and them worked on their own stuff, and so for us, it's about making sure that we locked in on both ends of the floor and knowing where we need to be. But I think right now, it's about fight or flight. You're either gonna, fight for yourself, fight for what you believe in, fight for your team, or you're gonna run away. And I don't think we got any runners right now. So I'm locked in with our group. I think that we got a good chance to make a run for ourselves. I love it. I enjoy it. Between Aries, Sid, even like Soph and Lex, like we just get a different mix with our group. It kind of serves to the kind of team that we want to have. We want to kind of be untouchable in every phase. And so when we see different guards in the backcourt, front court, different posts, different lineups, it just goes to start to show like how much territory that we got more than we think. And so for us, it's about staying focused on what actually makes sense. And with these new guards coming in, being aggressive and making everything easy for everybody else, it makes life so much more easier.
The addition of Ari has been amazing. I think the way that she's able to defend and the way that she's able to get us in our actions have just been pretty smooth. And then for the rest of us, I mean, it's just continue to do what we do well.
Just how important is it in that time to stay consistent?
Yeah, I mean, that's the hardest part, really, especially with a lot of changes. It's like, okay, you don't want to do too much. You don't want to change what you've been doing and what's been working for you. And so for us, it's like keeping that same mindset. Listen, I'm going to make sure I'm consistent around the basket, make sure I rebound, make sure I defend, and then you let everything else fall into place.
When you clean slate, it's not over till it's over.
Yeah, that's how you show up. It doesn't matter the momentum. It doesn't matter if you feel like we haven't really been in it. It's like you have a new game at hand, and that's Chicago. So for us, it's about coming in with the mindset of we need to do everything we can to compete and to win this game and make it difficult for them.
Still trying to work our way back into shape and make sure we don't have any setbacks.
Not a ton of time with Harry so far.
You can see in that first game versus Washington, her ability to push the pace for us, to play at a different pace, it was really good. She's a competitor on the defensive end, and that point of attack defender is really important with the amount of ball screens we see throughout the game. So she's been really good. What she does on the court, you see it speaks for itself.
With all the injuries and changes, how important has it been for players like AD or like Kelsey to stay?
Their usage rate has gone up with Caitlin out, and being able to play through them consistently is huge for us. It gives us, when CC comes back, it gives them more confidence, with the ball in their hands and being able to play through them. But it's been huge. They've stepped up. AB's done a tremendous job with Ariane. I love how we picked up our pace. I love. In the half court, how we're able to flow into our actions a little bit better. I think about the third quarter versus Washington. That was probably one of the best offensive quarters for us, and we just played in flow. The ball didn't stick. We did a great job of moving the ball and then finding the matchups we want. Not a lot of play calling, which is what we want. We don't want to call plays. We want to make plays. We saw a lot of that in the third quarter, and that's kind of what we want to see. We want to build on that going forward, especially going into Chicago. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.